Good morning, good morning. Welcome to another edition of Choppin It Up with Ramel. No notes, straight from the throat. Well, let's get started. We're in the second round of the NBA playoffs. And last night, what an outcome it was in San Antonio as Houston came to play. You would have thought Houston was the home team. I don't know what happened with San Antonio, but let's just say this. If there's a team that can come back from a shellacking that they took at home, it's going to be San Antonio. But I got to give credit to Houston as they came to play. You had Harden with 24 points and I think 14 assists. You had Capella with 20. You had Ariza with 21. And of course, Gordon and Lou Williams came off the bench to give you double digits as well. It's just an absolute beating that San Antonio took by the hands of Houston Rockets. I don't know what's the scoring for San Antonio, but I'll tell you this, it wasn't enough, as this game was not close from the start. At one point, the score was 69-39. Listen, I'm a firm believer that an L is an L. Regardless if you lose by 1 or lose by 30. A L is an L. But when you lose like this, obviously the team that wins gets a lot of confidence and they think that you're really no match for them. And I'm more curious to see how Houston responds in game 2 than San Antonio responds in game 2. I know San Antonio is going to come back with a vengeance. I just want to see if Houston comes back with this same aggressiveness or aggression, I should say. Or do they look at it like, well, we got what we needed. We accomplished what we needed to get 1 out of 2 and then come home and win on our court. It's curious to see what happens going further, but nevertheless, what a beating this was. The game, whatever the score ended, it wasn't that close. I mean, this team was up by 30 for a portion of the game. Just outstanding ball movement. There wasn't a 3 that they couldn't hit. It's just outstanding shooting by them. Can't say enough. But I look for San Antonio to regroup, win game 2, and try to steal one in Houston. But this series is far from over. Looking at Coach Pop, he just looked frustrated. Looked like he didn't have any answers or nothing. Looked like he accepted this loss early, and he probably didn't want to come out after halftime. But nevertheless, kudos to Houston Rocket. And I've been hard on Mike D'Antoni over the years because I feel that you do need some defense to win games in the playoffs. And he never really preached defense. And his defense was just keep scoring. That was his defense. If you're scoring, you're making them defend. And by them defending, it takes away from their offense. And now in a game where threes is dominant, and he's got a plethora of three-point shooters, it just strengthens his offense because now, while he's making 3, your team is making 2s. And who needs defense? Who needs defense? And if you can't stop them, why should he worry about his team playing defense? And right now, he's got a squad that is putting up points in a hurry. They're stretching the defense out, going to the three-point line. Harden is getting space to do one-on-one movement. At the last minute, someone comes over to convert as he gets close to the basket. He dishes it off to either cutting Capella or back out to the three-point line. And it's a high percentage shot, not because of the location of the shot, just because no one is guarding them. They get excellent ball movement. Then you got a guy like Lou Williams who has no fear of shooting. He comes out there and he just pulls up from anywhere on the court he wants. So he's able to get into a rhythm so that he can make shots. It's just fun to watch. I don't know how long they can go in this. I don't even think they get past San Antonio. But if last night's game is an indication of what's to come in this series, San Antonio's in some trouble. Because one thing about San Antonio, they don't have the penetrator that Tony Parker once was to get into the teeth of the defense to wreak havoc and leave guys open for three-point shots, such as Danny Green, maybe Ginobili. And now, you're looking at more one-on-one done by Kawhi, but he's not a facilitating one-on-one guy such as a LeBron or Westbrook or Harden or somebody of that nature. He's more like DeRozan, that he'll go one-on-one and draw everybody to him, but unless there's a cutter to the basket, he'll dump it off. But for the most part, he's going to take the shot. And that's the difference between maybe a Harden in this series, is that once the defense collapses on him, he's going to look for somebody at the three-point line, and they're going to make the shot. Whether it's Ryan Anderson, Eric Gordon, Lou Williams, Patrick Beverly, Trevor Ariza. These guys, they're tough at the three-point line. This is what D'Antoni envisioned a little bit when he was in Phoenix way back, but he might get his opportunity. I tell you, it's going to be tough for San Antonio to beat this team, Houston Rockets. I still like them because I picked them. It's going to be tough. Moving on in the other series, very similar. Toronto went into Cleveland, and from the start, Cleveland had a hold on this game and never let go. Yeah, there was some runs by Toronto, and they're going to make some, but really this game was never as close as it may have indicated. I mean, it shows that Cleveland won by 11, but for the most part, this game was over 20 for a period of time. Game wasn't that close. My question for you guys are, especially your Cleveland fans, how far can Cleveland go with just the big three only? You know, you look around and you watch this game. LeBron had 35. Kyrie Irving had 24. Kevin Love had 18. Tristan Thompson, he had a double-double. I think 11 points, 14 rebounds. But where's the rest of the scoring at? And if you're going to get your bulk of your scoring or only your scoring from your big three, that means they're going to play a lot of minutes. And a lot of minutes usually means leads getting cut in the fourth quarter because their starters is fatigued. Minutes causing maybe LeBron to miss crucial free throws. A lot of minutes. Kyrie Irving might have more turnovers. And it's just a question, how far can they go with the big three scoring all their points and playing close to 40 or above 40 minutes a game this late in the season? I don't know if Cleveland can sustain that at this point in the season. They have the talent to do so, don't get me wrong, but they're going to need something from their bench. And to me, their bench is their Achilles heel right now. They don't have a backup center to give them any defensive or rim protection when Tristan Thompson sits down. J.R. Smith is as streaky as ever. Iman Shumpert, I don't even know if he's playing or you can even count on him. Korver, yeah, when he's hot, yeah, you want to keep him out there, but can he guard anyone? Shannon Fry, he's scared of the paint. All he wants to do is stand out there and shoot threes. If he's off, what good is he? Darren Williams, don't trust him. I don't think Cleveland is as good as they were last year. I don't think so. I think from the names on the jersey, they look like they're a more talented group. But I don't think so. I'd rather have Delanova coming off the bench than Darren Williams. At least I know he would pressure the guards to make it tough to get in the paint or make it tough for opposing team to get into their offense. So that this way, if you do have to sit Tristan Thompson down, maybe you don't need the rim protector as much if these guys have to force some shots as the shot clock is going down simply because he's pestering the guard. Darren Williams don't do that. So I don't know. I think Toronto regroups. We seen this last year. First two games, Cleveland had their way. Next two games, Toronto had their way at home. And then they became a best 2 out of 3. And then that's when Cleveland stepped on the gas. But I think Toronto is a better team than last year. They just got to get out of that stage fright. I think they'll be fine going forward, though. I still like Toronto in the upset. It would have been nice if they did what Houston did and got that first game. But I still like them in the upset. I picked them, so I stick with them. Plain and simple. I don't waffle. So you had 2 games on the night last night. You'll have another 2 tonight. So the NBA playoff is strengthening up. The series is getting a little bit tougher. Should be fun to watch. I'm going to switch gears and go to baseball and talk about my sorry New York Mets, and that's just what they are. They finished the April abysmal, and I had to give them a D for the first month of April. I really do. I don't like what I'm seeing. I think there's bad management decision from the offseason that's lingering now and having an effect. It was good to see them get that win last night against the Braves to start off May. But I tell you, they're hit with injuries. Their lineup is horrible. Their pitchers can't seem to be healthy. Every other game, someone's getting scratched. Someone's doing this. It's a test of their will. It's going to take some tremendous coaching by Terry Collins. I just don't know if the Mets have the talent at this point. But they win last night. Good way to start off the month for May. But I don't see it being a bright season for them at all. But I want to go cross town, go right over the bridge formerly known as Triborough Bridge that is now known as the Robert Kennedy Bridge, and go from Queens to the Bronx. The Yankees are 15-9, second place by half game against in the division, trailing Baltimore. But what a first month of the season they had. I don't think anybody thought that the Yankees would come out the gate the way they did. Not even true Yankee fans. I have to give them an A- for the first month of the season. Definitely exceeded. You know what? An A. They definitely exceeded my expectation. To me, they're a team to watch. They got some youth over there. They got some grit. They got some old timers over there. Joe Girardi. Whether you want him as the manager or not, at least they have some stability over there. He's a good guy, former Yank. I still want to know where's Willie Randolph. No one's hit me up on that. But kudos to the Yankees. I think we're going to hear from them going the rest of the way. They got a nice little squad. They really do. They got a nice little squad. I have to admit, after watching the NFL draft, I'm ready for some football. I really do. I think there was a couple of teams that did some things that might make them exciting to watch. I'm just ready for some football. Basketball is narrowing down. The NFL draft was exciting. I can't wait till September come along when they suit up. I'm just curious to see how some of these draft picks pan out and what differences it can make for some of these teams. But we'll talk about football as we get closer to September. And some might laugh. Wow, September, we're already talking about September. Yeah, but you know what? It'll be here before you know it. That's just how quick the days are going these days. So, but I am excited to watch out for some football. Just a reminder for you boxing fans, Saturday coming. You got Canelo Alvarez defending his title going up against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., not senior, Jr. And an epic middleweight bout this Saturday night. Should be fun, should be entertaining. Those who follow me know I'm a Canelo fan. He's like the Mexican Mike Tyson to me. He just punishes people. His only blemish was the Floyd, and I think that loss made him stronger, made him wiser. It was actually a good loss for him. He may have taken the fight too soon, but if he was to fight Floyd now, I think he'd get Floyd. And not because of Floyd's in retirement, I just think that it made him a stronger and better fighter. And he learned from that. Hey, he's been flawless ever since that loss. He really has been. So, it should be a good night. Look forward to it. Until then, I'll catch up with you guys. I'll chop it up with you tomorrow. Once again, this is Ramel for Chopping It Up with Ramel. No notes, straight from the throat. Y'all have a blessed day. See you in 24.